support Pokemon in terms of their ability, their stats, and one very offensive Pokemon, which is Regidrago. So right now, either the effects of these two Pokemon will matter or they will set up for them to sweep the game. So as we see here now, Wonyong is now sending out Chi-Yu, which is also an offensive Pokemon. And Moonblast coming in to Grimmsnarl with dealing at least half damage. And the Spirit Break taking damage. Very effective to
Oh,
that Dark type Chi-Yu. And dropping its
special
special attack.
attack.
And
And
that taunt
taunt.
from Weezing is gonna really bring in more problems.
Yeah, so for me, this is really a good setup for Chaeyoung because these two players actually have a long history, as we said earlier. So now Chaeyoung is taunting the Hax Lord because our good friend here, Wonyang, is actually somebody who's really lucky whenever there is hacks involved. So for those who are new, hacks is actually something that relies on luck. So be it the paralysis that would hinder your Pokemon from moving, or even a confusion that would make your Pokemon hit yourself, and anything of that sort. So right now he has his Joa buff, the Ive buff, and the Friendship buff. While meanwhile we have Cheong who has the Twice buff. He's listening to Twice, and the Power of Friendship. And speaking of Power of Friendship, oh that is something. Oh, the burn on
Burning the
Weezing.
Weezing in the process without Heat Wave. And also, since the ability of Weezing is negating all abilities of our Pokemons, definitely Regigigas can deal optimal damage in this coming turn. So right now, Whimsicott has been disabled to actually use any of its support abilities and just attack, and Weezing is burned, but it is a special attacker most of the time. So,
Yes.
back to you.
Okay, so here's one other thing. Earlier mentioned we have Regigigas. Regigigas has one of the highest base stat, meaning out of all the other Pokemons, in terms of raw power, it has it all. But the only cons here is that it takes 5 turns typically for it to start wreaking havoc. But thanks to Weezing's ability, neutralizing gas, that is now turned off, and Regigigas can just simply go crush his enemies with its raw strength.
And we're gonna see Chi-Yu cast that Heat Wave.
Oh!
And probably at the 4th of its HP, another
Moonblast.
Moonblast. Because is the threat here. The damage it's gonna do is definitely off the charts. Critical hit
Critical hit,
arriving
gravy
at
on top.
Whimsicott's face with that slap. And Chi-Yu also down with its HP, but let's see how long Regigigas will be able to knock out its opponents. But Chi-Yu is still the faster Pokemon, so Regigigas might not be able to deal any more damage. What's your thoughts on this turn?
Okay, this is the turn where speed matters because in Pokemon you have different speeds, meaning whoever goes first is being determined by the speed. So in this case, because how no, it doesn't matter how strong Regigigas is. Right now, what matters is that the opponent can hit him first and possibly take him down, like what's being shown in this turn. So he has only exactly 1 HP. So it's gonna be really rough, but there is still hope for both sides.
If I was in Arvis' position, I would definitely knock out the Pokemon dealing the damage, whatever means necessary, so that even if Weezing is there, I could still deal damage and at the same time knock out one Pokemon at a time.
Agree, but looking at this, you can see that he's actually gonna switch things out and have Reggie Drago on the field. So I'm presuming there is also a terrestrialization coming up. I wonder which Pokemon that is that will terrestrialize. It is Miraidon showing up its lightning ball moment.
Lightning Bolt moment indeed, shocking its opponent with its very, very intense electric type moves as it uses Volt Switch to negate whatever Weezing is gonna do.
Okay,
And
now
which is actually very strong because they actually predicted the protect from the previous turn opened it to the possibility of being knocked out. So even if it uses or planned to use a fairy type move against Regidrago, it was very much protected. And also slow start kicks in, having Regigigas not deal as much damage as it can at that HP.
yes. So slow start actually reduces the attack, special attack, and the speed of the of Regigigas. So in this case, the damage dealt by that high horsepower, as you can see, isn't too much. But thanks to that life or recoil, actually goes down. So by the way, for those who are not aware, for those new into this stream, Life Orb is a Pokemon item that actually boosts your attack by 1.3 times, but at the cost of having recoil damage. So you're dealing more, but you're also taking more. It's a give and take.
So we're seeing here a change of Pokemon and Calyrex being one of the fastest Pokemon out there. And the support Pokemon definitely giving Young more chances to actually use some of his moves because of the support moves and that terrestrialization that would make it last a few more turns. But we never can know if Chi actually uses a strong fire move to knock it out once it uses his Terra Grass.
Yes, so here is quite something because if we're gonna look at it solely on the stats alone, in terms of damage output and all, thanks to the buff from Chiyu, which is the Beads of Ruin, all Pokemons on the field will have their special defense reduced by a certain percentage. But thanks to Grimmsnarl using its own skill set, I think that was Light Screen, so that actually boosted the
Yes,
special
that was
defense
Light
back. So Regidrago is also a special attacker, but in terms of speed, I think in normal base stats, Calyrex should be faster, so we're gonna find out. But as we can see here, there's also a way for Chaeyoung to reduce the speed via that Thunder Wave, or can actually reduce the attack by that parting shot. There's a lot of options for him.
I would go for the Thunder Wave as well. So the speed drop would definitely be helpful, but definitely we're hoping for the not one hit knockout coming in from Astral Barrage and boosting. It's gonna boost, right? Because of the ability of Shadow Rider, which is Grimnay.
Grimnay. So that's a 2-in-1 ability wherein if the opponent, rather if you take down an opposing Pokemon's, opposing trainer's Pokemon, it will give you a 1-stage boost on the special attack side. But if it's a Ice type Rider, then it's gonna be attack. So in this case, we can see the damage is really.
Actually put out the Chi.
Calyrex avoided that Draco Meteor, which is very
Yeah,
crucial.
it's very crucial. And at the same time, that switch out of Chi helped them tank that damage because it's dropping everyone's special defense, right?
Agree, and there's also the parting shot earlier that reduces Regidrago's attack by 1 stage. Also, there is this miss, which is very unfortunate. But even if it hit, as long as it didn't crit, it's all good.
Goodbye, Calyrex Shadow Rider, because it's not a very tanky Pokemon. It's meant to be fast and KO as much as it can during its presence.
Agree. So you can see that both trainers are very aggressive. And in terms of Haxes, looks like the Hax Lord is also having his own troubles with Haxes. Parting shot into that Miraidon. So as you can see, I think Chaeyoung is trash talking RB in a very nice way. Earlier there was a taunt, now there's parting shots. I know they are good friends, so I'm just messing around with them.
And yes, definitely, when your friends are messing with you,
You
while
mess
you
with
fight back. That is how you fight back. Electro Drift
Electro
goes
Drift.
and knocks out something else on the field. Let's see.
Will it be?
'Cause
Grimmsnarl goes down.
Faints and
Who do we have
what
at
are
the
we
back?
gonna see at the back? I think that's the last two.
It's
Oh.
Chi-Yu.
Oh, for just 1 versus 2.
Yes, but the thing
It
is,
still
Calyrex
the
is
faster
faster.
Pokemon. So it's gonna resist the electric types, but not the fire types. So definitely he has to take out Chi. Hopefully.
And we see a Terra Grass coming out of the Calyrex Shadow Rider from.
It's a resisted ghost move coming from Calyrex Shadow Rider.
Oh.
Dark Pulse goes in and
So, that's interesting. Chi-Yu is
a
faster.
well-timed Terra
I'm guessing that's a choice scarf.
and finishes the job.
Do you think if that was a heat wave or overheat, that would have ended the game?
What?
If that was an overheat or a heat wave, would-
Yeah, it could have because of the sheer non-existence of bulk from that Calyrex Shadow Rider. It could, unless the stats are really not maximized for that Chi-Yu.
Yeah, I was just thinking because of the Terra Grass.
Yeah, it could have been very different if it was a fire move, but it definitely did not see the gas coming. But yeah, went in knowing that he can knock it out with his riding. But he went for the safer choice, using Dark Force, right? It was for a glitch.
Yes, for me it's
Lord.
Hax Lord.
At the last game, making it more of a graceful glitch and then knocking it out.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think of that. So I'm glad that you pointed that out. 'Cause I was just simply thinking, you know what, if
It is habits.
yeah.
Habits of our dear friends who are playing
Yeah.
right now and bringing on their A game for round number 5.
I say yo! So by the way, interesting fact. So this is the make or break round for both of these players because if any of them lose, okay, that's it for their tournament run. Okay, so they are good friends. So this is the battle between whatever it takes and the power of friendship. So let's see if they're gonna talk to each other after this game.
Most likely they will, but are they going to trash talk each other?
100%.
Because this is the way if the other will take this win for another game. What adjustments are you actually expecting
Well,
from
for
RB?
me, here's the thing. Since both of these players are really, again, earlier I mentioned that most of the players here in this tournament are really at that level. To be honest, this tournament is really stacked. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that there would be adjustments made here. So in this case, from what I can see here, we have Miraidon and Whimsicott from Wonyoung's side. Chaeyoung's side has Regigigas and Grimmsnarl. From what I can see here, it could be either a Protect Light Screen, Thunder Wave to slow down the opposing team, then Parting Shot so that Weezing can enter and easily crush grip his way to victory.
Yeah, I'd probably go for Thunder Waves first, but definitely the taunt is blocked by being a dark type from
Agree.
Prankster. So Whimsicott is just forced to just use Tailwind, his attacking moves, or knock out Grimmsnarl first. I wouldn't agree with the move if ever Regigigas pointed out that Protect to be used first or be defensive. Because the bigger threat for me is the support Grimmsnarl. Because definitely I would rather have that out first, because right now Regigigas is at least a fourth of its actual stats.
Yes, from what I can see here, because of the Terra Ground, I'm guessing this is a spread move, like a discharge or parabolic charge. From what I can
That
see here,
is true.
Grimmsnarl can do a lot of damage simply by doing a Spirit Break and Parting Shot into that Miraidon. Okay, we can see a Light Screen, Tailwind from the other side, and as we guess,
Yes.
Discharge.
That's what he's planning. No need to target, just splash them off. Definitely that light screen saved them a lot of damage.
Yes, and
30%.
yes.
So what is Chaeyoung going to do? He is in a spot that he's gonna take in. Oh, what's the move again?
Electro Drift probably. But
That
there is
splash electric move.
that Discharge.
That discharge over and over because Whimsicott is immune to that being a ground type from the terrestrialization,
Yes.
and he still has access to any of his support moves.
Yes, and if you have any problems with your discharge, all you need to do is simply just switch things up and reduce the damage being done by that said discharge by doing a parting shot. Trash talk your way out of any troubles by reducing the special attack of that Miraidon. So by the way, for those who are not aware, Whimsicott and Grimmsnarl has the Prankster ability, which gives priority to status moves. So when you have priority over it, you can simply spam it so that it will give you more advantage, but it won't affect dark type Pokemon. Now we have Weezing on the field, reducing the damage of that Miraidon significantly because Hadron boost is actually something that would give Miraidon a boost if there is Electric Train. Moonblast into that Weezing, dealing not significant damage due to the poison typing. Crush Grip into that Miraidon, almost taking it down. So wow.
That was a come from behind, and Weezing now paralyzed is probably more of a baggage rather than an assist. But its ability will still be activated even if it's paralyzed. So right now, we could probably see more damage coming in from Regigigas and not more of the protect side. So we're going to see more of the protection or defensive moves coming in from RB, because RB is in a tighter spot or probably a switch in so that he could survive or preserve his key Pokemon, which is Miraidon, now being boosted by the electric terrain as well.
Yes, and you know what? Sorry, I got distracted by Weezing. Galarian Weezing has a very funny face with that foamy beard green stuff on his face. I was like looking at it, analyzing it, and I just analyzed that
expected.
beard.
It's a beardy way of saying you're a Pokemon.
And we have
yes.
Iron Hands, which can actually cover for anything that Regigigas will do. Whimsicott Moonblast into that Regigigas. Oh, that's
Oh, that critical hit is something you wouldn't really want coming in at that time. Because right now, Regigigas is within KO range from that Iron Hands. Or
yes.
even just the Moonblast.
Agree. So this
Right
is
now, it's
quite a
kind of
pinch.
tricky. Would you
Yeah.
preserve the Regigigas or just have it knocked out?
It depends on what he has at the back, honestly, because if, for example, there is a monster that can take it, and never mind, I'm not gonna push through with what I was saying because he's just gonna give it up.
Because that's just how it's supposed to be. When you have a strong Pokemon
Oh,
on the field,
heavy.
you don't really preserve it just for the sake of having someone knocked out. And
Oh, a double crit Hex Lord!
the Hax Lord has just
The Hex Lord
given
is
the Hacks double critical hits back to back,
Yes.
knocking out two major Pokemon on Chaeyoung's side.
The
Now,
Hex
this
Lord is
two
showing his
versus
skills.
three, and how can this be turned around? I don't think Calyrex Shadow Rider has enough damage output at this point.
We'll see because again we're dealing with the Hexlord and we're dealing with someone who has practiced and played against the Hexlord for almost a decade. So I'm pretty sure that they have their own answers to their own quirks. And speaking of quirks, we have the Quark Drive activating from our dear friend Iron Hands. So another heavy slap into that Grimmsnarl could take it away, but that depends on what Grimmsnarl will do. So ha 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 ho. It's a 2v4.
It's going to be
but-
challenging because right now, two of your Pokemon are really frail against that Iron Hands. A Steel type attack or even an electric attack with the boosted because of the Quark Drive. Anything or everything Orbi throws at
Yeah.
Aldred is just going to be something that his Pokemon is going to knock out.
Okay, we have Whimsicott protecting, trying to conserve it, and I'm guessing a parting shot into that Iron Hands, trying to reduce the attack of that monster, even though it is boosted by the Quark Drive, which actually, if I'm not mistaken, takes the attack in this case up by 2 stages. So that's at least 1 stage down. Heavy slam into that Grimmsnarl, dealing super effective damage. Unfortunately, that trash talk from Grimmsnarl was not enough.
And yes, now that there is light screen wearing off, any attack will also be painful. So if he's gonna pray, he's gonna really pray that he's gonna survive or knock out these two in one go. With just a +1, any move might really prove very painful.
Yeah, honestly, it is a close match because here's what I have in mind. If, for example, Calyrex is able to boost itself up to 3 stages, okay, so we know that Miraidon's at the back. Miraidon can take down this Calyrex if it has plus 3.
No, there's Tailwind anymore.
Yeah?
There's Tailwind, so
Yeah. I
it's a
think
free
he's
shoot.
gonna give up on the speed side because we noticed that his Calyrex is slower compared to his GU if GU is at the back.
And judging by what we see on the field, it's gonna be boosting it twice. But if you're gonna get hit twice in the next turn,
Ooh,
why
Drain
did he
Punch!
go for a Drain Punch?
Wanyang trying to predict
switch
terrestrialization.
into the Terra, because he knows it's gonna be not effective. So it's gonna be one against the world with 2 special attack boosts, and if he is able to pull this off, knocking out these two is gonna be +4.
Agree, but here's the thing. Okay,
That's a big if.
does it live a Dark Pulse? That's stab boosted, meaning stab is same type ability
He's gonna
boost
pray he's
from
not gonna
that
use a fire
Shinju.
move.
The beads, which
Beads
reduces
of
the
Ruin.
special attack. Yeah, but
He has +1 SP there.
so it's kind of it will kind of
Negates
balance
it.
out.
Kind of negates it. a
But
little
it
bit.
is 4 times weak to dark moves.
Yep, that's why he's going for the grass.
But if he does go for the grass, there's also the threat of the fire moves and the drain punch.
So it's gonna be a 50-50. If he picks the right type to deal damage to Calyrex Shadow Rider. And overheats! Brings
Look
in
at
the
that
damage.
And now it has reduced special attack.
Is the Drain Punch gonna be the same move? It's a +3 now.
Look at
Drain Punch, one more
Will
time.
it? No, it's
Oh!
wild charge. Wild charge
No, he
takes
won't
down.
do it twice. He went for the doubles, sure. A fire move just in case he terrestrializes.
It's like, hey, you know what? I know you have your options. I'm just gonna cover everything. And, you know, I'm the Hex Lord. Yeah. I'm gonna mix. So you can see here the growth of the Hex Lord before it's gonna be like, I'm just gonna, you know, hacks big way.
2 steps ahead.
But now,
3 steps ahead.
but now,
more.
yes. And I'm gonna include my own special sprinkle of hacks. Sprinkle.
Right in your face.
Yeah. But now, speaking of right in your face, of course, earlier we were talking about this person with the twice buff. This once is listening to twice right now. I can see from his phone that he has his twice playlist up.
But definitely having that buff is enough. Whatever they're doing, the critical hits from those 2 turns definitely nailed in offense for the match.
Honestly, today, there are a lot of different kinds of players. So Chaeyoung here is a very consistent player. If you look at his track record, he's always typically at the top cut of tournaments, and he's always considered one of the most consistent.
Mostly balanced play style, while RB has a mostly unorthodox,
Very
very
unorthodox.
hacksy play style.
Yeah, so it's the battle of the
The opposites.
the orthodox, the balance, the method, the way versus screw you, I'm the main character.
I'm the meta here.
I'm the plot armor.
And here we're gonna see a slight change on what's happening. So there's the neutralizing gas coming in, and definitely some changes that they're implementing, such as protecting the wheezing or definitely paralyzing or maybe producing some buffs or debuffs on either
Yeah.
end of the field.
So for me, one of the things that Chaeyoung can do here is actually just go for a spirit break into that Miraidon, because doing a spirit break into that Miraidon would save if it doesn't go for a Terra, because if it goes like if it goes for discharge, same to as to in game 2. It's actually gonna punish that Miraidon real bad.
He's gonna fuck it anyway. He's gonna go Terra ground and just discharge anyway. Because Paralyze is still one of the biggest nerfs your Pokemon is gonna make.
Yes.
So if ever he has something that can resist it, these are not the 2 Pokemon you want to be facing that discharge.
Yes. So, but he actually goes for a safer light
He was
screen.
preparing to tank it. So
There
discharge
we
comes
go.
in. Is anybody?
Oh, no,
another-
wow, the Hex Lord!
That Weezing was hit
Twice! A Moonblast into that Grimmsnarl, dealing a good chunk of damage, and a special attack to drop.
And Hax has prevailed for this turn as well.
Yeah.
And what
The
we're
Hex Lord is on the field, summoned by the mighty Wonyoung.
So what is gonna happen for this turn? Definitely, we're gonna see some changes, and just gonna be
Oh, Weezing!
paralyzing the Weezing out of the blue and doing
Parting
what he
shot.
does best: overdrive. No, discharge with overdrive boost.
This Miraidon needs to see the doctor because it's actually spotting discharge left and right.
No, oh no, that's what we're seeing. Oh no,
Well,
is he gonna put in that Pokemon to take him?
is that
damage?
gonna be worth it?
I am so not sure with the position right now because he is in a really bad spot in terms of damage.
Discharge.
And paralyzing Calyrex is like saying, fuck it.
Okay, Weezing is now gonna.
But maybe there is hope. It would have been a better lead to have started with this one.
Moonblast into that Calyrex slot.
And that,
Okay.
those screens really did its job. So right now,
There's no paralyzed nor any reduction in special attack. Because by the way, for those who are not aware, Moonblast has a chance to reduce
I
the
could
special
probably
attack.
leave the Whimsicott there. I'll just hit everything with that Miraidon. That's probably the bigger threat. Because
Honestly?
Whimsicott is not going to deal any damage with these 2. And it's taunted.
Honestly, for me,
I'll just hit that spot where Miraidon is. And just
I agree.
knock out whatever is there.
But if you notice, Whimsicott barely did any supporting moves from the past 2 games. It's mostly firing off Moonblast left and right. So,
Another critical hit like the
Oh,
other
the
turn
crits.
is another pain in the
We'll find out if the Hex Lord will prevail.
Astral
Or
Barrage!
Astral Barrage will also
Coming
have its
in,
own
and a
Hex.
critical
Will hit!
hit!
Oh,
Okay,
not
okay.
enough.
No critical hits.
Discharge.
Discharge coming in.
Okay. Moonblast.
We can still probably see one
Play
more
rough,
move.
taking
And
down
Play
that
Rough finishes
Miraidon.
That's a yummy turn.
Yeah.
Because definitely, who is the faster Pokemon on RB's side? What we're seeing here is rarely faster Pokemon. Chiyu.
Chiyu is the fastest, I think, because it has Scarf based on. And here's the thing, okay? The chance of paralysis is, I think, 25
Well, he was
to
lucky on
50%.
that one. Paralysis did not kick in.
Yeah. And the Play Rough is not 100% accurate. It
Yes,
doesn't
those two
always
checks.
hit.
Approved.
Yes.
It went in.
So Chaeyoung is saying, screw your hacks, I'm better, let's go Weezing.
Let's kick them out of the field and play rough. Hitting that Chiyu is going to be really painful as well.
Yes. So now, we can see our Wanyang actually summoning the Joa buff.
We will see
What
how
will happen here?
this turn
It's
plays
the
out.
Whimsicott Chiyu.
But if that Astral Barrage crit and knocked out 2, that would have been a +2.
Yeah.
Knocking out most. And Weezing
Weezing
being knocked
goes
out
down.
by that fast Chiyu due to overheat.
Yeah, now that neutralizing
And
gas is
now-
out, Beads of Ruin is in, along
That's
with the
gonna be
Prankster
painful
of
for
that Whimsicott.
all. So let's see how it goes in. So Chiyu is faster.
Yes.
Because of
And Whimsicott has already shook off his
it's a choice
thought.
scarf one.
Yes,
That's why
it
It
is.
is faster. So gotta use that. No, he's gonna not use prankster because it's a dark type. So you can't really depend on slowing it down. But light screen is just there. So either won't work as it's a ground type and it's a dark type.
Yes, I think this is a defining moment
The
because
part where ouch,
yeah, because look at it this
take
way.
my fire damage in.
If it has Heat Wave, oh, but rather in this time, since yeah, because it's Scarf, it's locked to Heat Wave. If Heat Wave miss, that's gonna be
That's where your lucky side.
yeah. So the Joa buff versus the What Is Love by twice.
Hacks or nah. Axe.
Oh, the Wish Granter. Reggie
Give me the
Gigas
wish.
is on the field with slow start. Heat
And Heat
Wave.
hits both of his Pokemon.
Grimmsnarl
birds.
lives.
Or is there
Moonblast
no
into
birds?
that Grimmsnarl slot.
Finishing the Grimmsnarls with ease. Nothing.
A critical hit.
Yes, and that was really something not needed, but still helped along the way. Now Light Speed is gone. It still is the faster Pokemon. Regigigas is still not in full stats because of slow start. How is Chaeyoung going to put this?
Honestly, it all depends. Here's
There's
my
still one more Pokemon at the back.
yeah. It's Miraidon.
It's
No, it's
fast
not
as
Miraidon. Here's what I can see as the win condition here. Okay, so if Heat Wave miss, that's it.
That's double miss. No, it didn't miss.
And look at that damage. Ouch.
Choice Scarf, Heat Wave, bring on the pain. And it seems like
Moonblast.
he has thrown in
Whimsicott.
the towel, knocking out 2 of his Pokemon.
Okay, good game, well played, hard fought.
Yes, they have this. And they're still talking to each other. It is Adro!
SAO!
Round 5 is done for Collision Course Battle of Katipunan. And we are casting the rest of the top 8, top 4, and the finals. And the final.
For me, it's again, we saw the calendar. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have a lot of exciting
Okay, tapos na guys. So,
a lot of technical stuff that we, your casters, will try to tone it down to that for those who are not aware or not familiar with Pokemon or VG. You can enjoy it and understand. And of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors with Plushies. There we go. And Hilltop. Yes, and of course we have our player. Caster. Woo!
Yes.
So So, by the way, please follow the Instagram account of Hilltop Gaming. There's a lot of video games happening here. Food is great, by the way, so feel free to drop by and feel Plushies. Always a pleasure to ruin my monthly budget for you. Totally worth it, guys. So yeah, see you in a few minutes and be there for the next match. Don't forget to join our community. See you on the topic. Stay tuned. Hey guys, what is up? We are back now for the top 8 of the Collision Course Tournament.
Andito pa rin tayo sa Battle of Katipunan! Mag-ingay po kayo dyan sa comment section! Okay! So, this is the top 1 and the top 3.
And this is a very interesting match. So, kanina we just saw the Hax Lord sa field. Now
Top 1 versus
against
top 8, I think.
yes. So we have Wonyoung versus Asterisk. So quick backstory. Okay, so both of these players have their Jowas on site supporting them. So it's the battle of the Jowa buff. Sino merong mas malakas sa Jowa buff? Abangan natin
Or
yan
sino
dito.
meron pang jowa buff.
Grabe. Parang
Parang nag-exhaust din yan.
syempre. Ano. Like all relationships, may pacing.
Yes.
Diba? So, speaking of pacing, let's talk about the pace of their own, rather, their both of their teams. So, on Asterisk side, we have the Calyrex Shadow Rider, Rillaboom, Speargull, Raging Ball, Full Shifter, Rapid Strike, and Incineroar. The opposing side, Wonyoung, just a quick recap, he actually has Miraidon, Whimsicott, Chi-Yu, Regidrago, Ogerpon, Wellspring, the Water type, and Iron Hand. So, we can see here that they're gonna bring out that's a very fast move with that heat wave potential along versus Murgo and Calyrex. So this is gonna be very interesting.
Feels very nonchalant to actually just step in with the Chi in front of you. Definitely will see so much damage after that tailwind. And if that Virgo is going to bring in White, that's going to be something that you watch out for. Or that take just to stop that tailwind. So we will see how they will see if they're going to go for an effective leading from their opponent with the tailwind.
Yeah, so here's the thing. One of the plays that has been is actually go for a breakdown while Calyrex Shadow Rider will set up a nasty plan. And then on the following turn, follow the redirect Calyrex play. That, by the way, in this case, Dark Pulse and is the Dark Piece of Chi. So if it is, okay, Overheat. So it's okay if Edward more and trying to neutralize that Chi-Yu. So now Calyrex doesn't have anything. Really going to speed right now. Yeah, and the defense up won't matter because both of the opposing side are special attackers.
Of course, overriding that right now. That's the difference.
But for me, I don't get the why guard here. Because Chi-Yu is choice sharp. Overheat is a single target move. Moonblast is also a single target move. So there is no other than very nasty plot. Good setup. Really lose special on that. But that's still a boost up to a level 1 stage. Virgo is a very well-loved Pokemon by daily citizens 10 years ago. Yeah. Love and hate. Love and hate. Misha is up. About, but Astral Barrage, taking down that Whimsicott, giving that Grenade boost, and it's a critical hit. Okay, so that's actually a double-edged sword to have the Chi-Yu on the field because he also reduces special defense of Pokemon. That's actually the reason why those two are really strong here.
Right now,
So now it is a moment of truth. So we're gonna find out what the moves are for both players. And from what I can see here, honestly, Master's got really great to set up score during turn 1. Because if, for example, Calyrex shows up, or rather, Rider shows up, the effect of electric surge or electric surge prevents all Pokemon that are grounded from falling into it. So we have the Terra Electric. With that, Rider. Question is, who is Master? Is it gonna be a discharge? Following from Snurgle. He is asleep.
Oh, sorry, sleeping.
Oh, Echo Drift. Okay. Terra Electric. And he had a slider boost. I'm not too familiar with it, but it's kind of something. Not really anything. But, it's a good time. Yes, yeah, so typically for a status for the status boost, it usually lasts for one turn guarantee sleep. Usually wakes up by 2 the second turn. Oh, what goes this? It's actually going for Calyrex. Will it be enough? It is enough. Very So he is saying, you know what? Nope. You're ready so much this turn. I'm just gonna get oh, grassy like you on big show. That uncancelled. Not for this. It's going into that Firefly Incineroar, leaving it with 18 drop off. Oh, that's 45%. I could hear on them saying nice. So here's the thing. Those who are not aware, Mida is holding what we call the choice specs. What it actually means for stuff like that. By I think it's it's like marriage actually.
For those who got it, I salute you for surviving. But for those who don't, don't try.
Coming from a married man!
You did not hear that from me. So coming in, here, Incineroar to
Calling for the takeout pressure. Takeout into that little Gallagher. Unfortunately, went to the other side. Volt switch. Now, able to it was worth it. Because, for example, now that without the poison, Master and rather one, you can actually go for the Gallagher. Doing enough damage. And then deal back with actually put back a real damage by hitting them Incineroar. That's what I can see of Master's critical hit. One Young with the Nexus. One crit after another.